Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're unraveling a market that's, well, maybe far more vibrant and complex than you might expect. We're talking about the global colored woven cloth industry.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Not just what you wear, right?
Exactly. Think home furnishings, industrial fabrics, even, traditional crafts,
Hmm.
all connected.
A really dynamic sector.
So our mission today is to kind of pull back the threads using insights from the colorful weave, Global Cloth Market Insights by Cognitive Market Research.
Good source.
We'll explore its surprising growth, figure out which regions are really leading the charge,
Hmm.
and most importantly, really dig into the powerful forces spinning this incredible industry forward.
Okay.
So let's dive in, see what patterns emerge. First off, when we talk about colored woven cloth, this isn't some tiny niche, is it?
Oh, not at all. No. We're looking at a significant piece of the global economy.
And the data. It really paints a clear picture of expansion, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. What really stands out, I think, is the consistent growth trajectory. Just keeps climbing. Back in 2021, this market was valued at $7.63 billion.
Okay.
Now, fast forward to 2033 and the projections. They show it surging to an estimated $14.52 billion.
Wow. Okay. Almost double.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a compound annual growth rate, a CAGR of 5.5%.
Which sounds pretty healthy.
It's remarkably stable and healthy, especially for an industry that might seem, quite traditional on the surface.
Right.
It tells us there's this sustained underlying demand. It's not just a blip.
Okay, let's unpack this geographically then. Where's the sort of growth engine located? Any surprises in the regional data?
Well, the main engine room is undeniably Asia-Pacific. No question there.
Okay, big player.
Huge. This region generated over $2.47 billion back in 2021, and it's projected to nearly double its value by 2033.
Okay, and within Asia-Pacific?
Well, China continues to dominate, naturally, leveraging its, immense textile manufacturing base.
Sure, makes sense.
But India is also a really significant player, and
Yeah.
what's driving India's impressive growth is interesting. It's kind of a mix.
Yeah.
A combination of its traditional weaving heritage meeting really strong global demand for its unique fabrics and garments.
Ah, okay. So heritage meeting modern demand.
Precisely.
And one figure that really jumped out at me from that region was Southeast Asia. That looks like a sub-market that's really hitting its stride.
Oh, it's an incredible surge, isn't it? Really remarkable.
Yeah.
Southeast Asia is projected to almost triple its value from 2021 to 2033.
Triple. Wow.
Yeah, and what we're seeing there isn't just about scale, I don't think. It's more about a rapid evolution in their manufacturing capabilities.
Well, so
Well, often with an eye towards more sustainable practices, more agility, which really resonates with global buyers right now.
got it. Sustainable and agile.
Exactly. It kind of hints at a very dynamic future for that submarket.
Interesting.
And Australia also shows strong potential, reflecting its growing role in specialty and sustainable textiles, often at the higher end, perhaps.
Okay. Now, moving across the globe,
Yeah.
Europe. Strong fashion heritage there.
Yeah.
Must be a vital player, too.
Oh, definitely. Europe's market is expanding significantly, also nearly doubling its value by 2033.
Right.
And what's striking here is how countries like Italy, famed for luxury fashion, high-quality fabrics.
The icon?
Yeah, exactly. They're leading the charge in growth.
Makes sense.
Germany and France also show robust expansion, often driven by, say, industrial textiles and design innovation.
So not just fashion, then.
Not just fashion.
Yeah.
And then there's Luxembourg, a bit of a surprising niche leader, actually.
Luxembourg, really?
Yeah.
I mean, its overall market is smaller, obviously, but its growth rate is impressive. It suggests a focus on highly specialized or maybe technologically advanced woven products.
Oh, interesting niche.
It is. And the UK is also leveraging its, rich textile heritage and innovative design sector to fuel its own expansion, too.
Okay, so we've seen the really rapid growth in Asia-Pacific, Europe's strong position. What about North America? How does its landscape compare?
North America looks set for steady, solid growth.
Steady. Okay. Expected to increase from about $1.94 billion in 2021 to over $3.5 billion by 2033.
Right.
The U.S. accounts for, well, more than two-thirds of this regional market.
Dominant there.
Very. Largely driven by consistent demand in, home textiles, fashion, and a wide array of industrial fabric uses. Think upholstery, specialized coverings, things like that.
Gotcha.
Canada and Mexico also show stable expansion, reflecting growing demand from apparel and also traditional craft sectors.
Okay. And looking further south, Latin America. Some intriguing opportunities there too, doesn't it seem?
It does, yeah. Brazil's leading the way in Latin America, strong projected growth from 2021 to 2033.
Hmm.
And countries like Colombia, Chile, Peru, they're also showing really impressive growth rates.
What's driving that, do you think?
It seems to be a blend, increasing domestic demand for vibrant textiles, for one,
Okay.
but also our rising export potential,
Well,
often for, unique patterns, high-quality craftsmanship,
yeah.
things that are globally appealing.
Or that unique local flavor.
Ex-
So growth seems pretty widespread, but it's not quite a uniform picture across the globe, is it? Some regions face more headwinds.
That's a really important point. The conditions do vary globally.
Where are things looking tougher?
Well, growth in the Middle East and Africa, for instance, remains more modest.
Yeah.
Countries like Egypt and Turkey show some growth, sure, but the wider region sees more limited expansion.
Any particular reasons for that?
These areas often contend with challenges like less developed textile infrastructure, maybe a higher reliance on imports.
Right. Structural challenges.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's important to note, even here, niche opportunities definitely persist.
Such as?
For luxury fabrics, traditional textiles, artisanal weaving, that kind of thing. It shows that demand for specialized colored woven cloth exists, really, across almost all markets, even where overall growth is slower.
Okay, that makes sense. So if we take all this data, all these regional nuances, and look at the bigger picture, what are the fundamental underlying forces? What's really fueling this dynamic, expanding market globally?
Yeah, that's kind of the core of it, isn't it? Our deep dive question.
Exactly.
I think there are three major forces really driving the entire colored woven cloth market.
Okay, let's hear them.
First, you've got evolving fashion and lifestyle demand. Simple as that, but profound.
How so?
Well, consumers globally are increasingly seeking out not just colorful fabrics, but fabrics that are durable, that reflect their personal style, and crucially, are eco-friendly.
Right, the sustainability angle again.
Absolutely. But also think about, the rise of dopamine dressing.
Yeah, bright colors to boost mood.
Exactly. Or just the curated aesthetics in home decor, where specific textures and hues are really paramount now.
Sure.
It isn't just about mass trends anymore. It's about individual expression translating into market demand for diverse, high-quality colored weaves.
So people are consciously choosing color, texture, for their mood, for their spaces. How does that translate specifically into this market?
Well, it means designers are constantly pushing for new, more vibrant, more complex weave patterns. It's constant innovation. Brands are responding, expanding their color palette significantly, experimenting with unique textures.
So for the listener, for you, what does that mean day to day?
It means the choices available for your clothes, your furniture, even your outdoor gear, they're becoming far more sophisticated than simply choosing a blue shirt.
Right. It's not just blue.
No. It's about that specific shade of indigo, maybe, or that particular herringbone weave. It offers a deeper connection to the product, I think.
Interesting. Okay. So that's driver number one, fashion and lifestyle demand. What's the second?
Second, we see the profound strength of regional textile manufacturing hubs, particularly, as we discussed, in Asia-Pacific and Europe.
Right. The powerhouses.
Exactly. And these regions aren't just big. They've sort of mastered this dual approach.
Dual approach.
Yeah, they're excelling at both highly efficient mass production and incredibly intricate high-end luxury weaving.
Okay. So it's a mastery of both ends of the spectrum. Mass production for everyday stuff and artisan quality for the fancy pieces.
You got it. And that creates an incredibly robust and diverse global supply chain.
How so?
Well, think about it. If a brand needs millions of meters of a basic, consistent colored cotton,
Asia-Pacific.
Asia-Pacific can deliver that with remarkable efficiency. But if a high-fashion house needs, say, a limited run of a super intricate jacquard fabric for a new collection,
Europe might be the place.
Europe might be their go-to. This diversification offers choice, it manages risk, and it ensures that pretty much every demand for colored woven cloth, from the purely utilitarian to the highly artistic, can actually be met somewhere.
That makes a lot of sense. Very flexible system. Okay, driver three.
And third, but just as vital, I'd say, is sustainability and innovation.
We keep coming back to that.
Because it's crucial. New dyeing technologies, the increasing use of recycled fibers, other eco-conscious production methods, they are profoundly transforming this industry.
Right.
This isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's not just marketing fluff. It's becoming a core driver, meeting both, evolving consumer demand and environmental imperatives.
So it's not just a trend. It's really a fundamental shift in how things are done. Are there any specific innovations that really stand out to you in this area?
Oh, absolutely. Tons. Consider something called dope dyeing.
Dope dyeing.
Yeah, it's where the color's actually added to the fiber solution before it's spun into yarn.
Ah, okay. So
Eh,
earlier in the process.
Much earlier.
Yeah.
And that can save enormous amounts of water compared to traditional dyeing methods where you dye the finished fabric or yarn.
Wow. Okay, that's significant.
Hugely. Or think about the rise of natural alternatives like dyes made from mushrooms or other plants.
Right.
There's also incredible innovation in upcycling textile waste, taking old scraps and turning them into new fibers, and even advanced traceability in the supply chain.
Traceability, how does that work?
So you, the consumer, can potentially know precisely where your colored cloth came from, how it was made, the whole story.
That's powerful.
It really is. And this isn't just about being green for the sake of it. It often links to efficiency, cost savings, and definitely connecting with a new generation of very conscientious consumers.
It really is incredible, isn't it? How a market like colored woven cloth, which, yeah, might seem rooted in tradition,
Mm-hmm.
is actually this vibrant tapestry of global trade, cutting-edge innovation, and shifting consumer trends.
Absolutely.
This deep dive has really shown us how it's not just growing steadily, but it's diversifying regionally.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Asia Pacific and Europe leading,
Yeah, the powerhouse.
North America maintaining that stable demand, and then Latin America really emerging as a rising textile hub.
It's a complex picture, but a fascinating one. And by 2033, looking ahead, this industry will just continue to weave together tradition, technology, and sustainability. It's constantly shaping global textile trade.
Yeah.
So maybe for you, the listener, something to think about is how these trends might influence your own everyday choices. From the clothes you buy to the materials that furnish your living spaces. What story does that specific piece of colored fabric actually tell?
Right. A story about global production, innovation, maybe even our changing values.
Exactly. The global loom is constantly spinning, creating these new patterns of commerce and culture. It's just fascinating to see how deeply ingrained it really is in all our lives.